Okay, so we'll begin. So let's just start seated tall, supremely still. Close the eyes and bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, and compassion. So before we begin, let's do the mantra for purification 3 times to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you knew it, you may do it along with me. If you don't, just think about those effects, those benefits of purification, and you derive the benefits as though you were chanting it. So make sure you chant it with conviction so that it can be heard by both the gross and the subtle bodies. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bhihantraha Saji. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bhihantraha Saji. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bhihantraha Sachihi. Let's come to standing. So let's begin by charging the body up with the earth's energy. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring the arms above the head, palms facing in. Inhale from the soles of the feet right up through the body to the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the attention and the breath at the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down through the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. Feel as though you're being charged up by the earth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding again the attention at the fingertips. Suspend the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the charge flushing right through the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Imagine all the energy rising up through the body. With the breath, holding it all at the fingertips, suspend the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel fully charged. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then bring the arms down. So let's continue some exercises to prepare the body for the practice. Imagine you're the witness watching the body moving by itself. Start to roll the head in circles. Loosen up the neck. Try to bring the ears to the shoulders. The chin right on the front of the chest. Top of the head, maybe touching the back of the head, touching the top of the back. And then switch the direction of rotation. Move gracefully as always. Good. And from here, we're going to take the arms out in front. This is the exhale position. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in, punch right back out. And bring the arms down, and then just swing the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Work the shoulders. And release. Bring your feet a little bit wider with your toes pointing beyond the edges of the mat. Lift the left arm up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the right. And then coming back up. Try to keep the fold to the right side of the body as you bend. And lift up. Push the hips and the ribs out to the left side of the body. And come up. 2 more times. Gracefully float to the right. And 1 more time. Come up. And hinge at the hips. Sink. Come all the way up. Bring the right arm with you. And then go to the left. And then coming back up. Try not to make folds in the left side of the body as you lean. And reach up again. Imagine you had weights attached to your fingers. Pull you deeper into the bend. A couple more times. Reach up and hinge. And last time, come up and bend. And then come all the way back up. Next one is called Breath of Joy. Some of you know this already. First three movements on an inhale, last one on an exhale through the mouth. It looks like this. So join me when you're ready. Do it with enthusiasm to make it live up to the name. And one more. Just flop down like a rag doll. Allow the body to stop bouncing. And then roll your way up slowly. Good. And now, next one. It's called Lion's Breath. A lot of you know this one. You're making like you're pouncing like a lion. Big wide eyes, the tongue hanging out of your mouth. And then we do the exhale, we come down. So, let's go. One more. Come up. Good. Shake out the wrists as fast as you can. Feel like you're shaking water off your hands. And then up and down. Good. And then while your arms hang by the side, and just start to move your shoulders, to move the body. Move them faster. Faster, then allow the arms to hit the body any which way. Allow the head to fly in all the directions. And then start to slow it down. Getting the arms just feeling heavy. And then release. Good, now take the arms out to the sides. And we're going to swing the right leg back and forth. If you need to hang on to something, you can. You know, a lot of you are familiar with this. So you just try to get your knee right up to your shoulder. Imagine trying to kick your head from behind. And then the other leg. Again. Loosen up the hip. and release. Good. So now bring the arms up over the head, interlace the fingers, and we're going to press up off the heels. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down, lift the toes. Inhale, press up again, and back down. And press up, and down, and up. Hollow out the navel, come down. Last time, come up, stay up this time. Get tall, imagine trying to push the ceiling right off the walls. And down. Good. Release the arms. So now let's come to the front of the mat, Surya Namaskara. And variations. Bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes and remember the words from the Bhagavad Gita. Knowledge is better than practice. Meditation is better than knowledge. Renunciation of the fruits of action is better than meditation. Peace immediately follows such renunciation. So let's offer up the fruits of the practice to someone we love, and then if dedicated to our gurus and God, and then the benefits will go and reach all beings everywhere. This move together as one like a school of fish. Reach the arms up over the head. Come forward and down into Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. The right foot step back into lunge. Lower down a knee and the seat, raise a head. Come into high plank, knees, chest, and forehead down. Glide between the arms. Take the seat all the way back behind the heels. And again, come forward. Brush your nose to the ground as you come forward. Slide up, arch the back. Come all the way back once again. Again, push the elbows out to the side if you like, to make it more easy to come through between your arms. Bring your head all the way back. Then Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lower the chest towards the ground and the head. Take the right foot forward to the hands. Sink down through the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana. Belly on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up and back. Hips forward. Bring the hands back to the heart. Keep watching the body moving by itself. Reach the arms up. Go down gracefully. Take the left foot back into a lunge. Sink down through the seat. Then come into high plank. Lower down the knees. Bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Glide forward into the Cobra. Pull the chest up and back. And then take the seat all the way back again. Come forward again. Glide smoothly. And back. One last time. Pull the body forward and move between the arms. Raise the head. Bring it all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat up and back. Then the left foot steps forward quietly between the hands. Feet together. Bows the legs in humbleness. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Again, reach the arms up. Roll down. Right foot back into lunge. Into the plank. Down we go. Ashtanga Namaskara. Come forward into the Cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. All the movements done fluidly. Right foot steps quietly forward. And bow down. All the way up. Hands back to the heart. Left side, go ahead. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold down. And then come back with your left foot into lunge, high plank, Ashtanga Namaskara. Raise the chest up, bring the head back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then the left foot steps forward, feet come together. Come all the way up. Return home, bring the hands to the heart. Adding on, keep practicing according to your condition. Move in a way that doesn't incur pain or suffering or anxiety. Bring your hands behind the back, land the chest on the thighs. Extend to the crown, exhale, Uttanasana, pull the arms over the head, forehead to the shins. Then release the hands, right foot back, lower the knee down, Kapiasana. Bring the arms up over the head. Pull the body up out of the hips. Make like a crescent moon shape. And then bring the hands down. Right into three-legged dog from here. Swing the left leg all the way up and back. Bring it up high. And then step forward, or bring the shoulders over the fingertips. Lower down the chest between the hands. And then the toes come down. Follow through with the Cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Make like you're doing a dance, connecting all the movements together. Bring the right leg up, three-legged dog. Then step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, sink the seat, raise your arms again over the head, Kapiasana. And then bring the hands down, step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs, join the hands, extend to the crown, exhale, dive down, and the gesture of humbleness. Head close to the ground. Release the arms over the head. Arch back as you see fit. Bring the hands back to the heart. Again, raise your arms over the head. Stretch the whole front of the body. Come down nice and deep. Uttanasana. Chest in your thighs. Join the hands. Extend to the crown. Again, go deep. A little bit deeper. Push the body against the legs to get the legs straighter. Seat over the heels. Good. Now release the hands. Left foot steps back into the lunge. Lower the knee. Raise your arms up. Sink the seat. Bring the hands down. Plant your hands down. Swing the right leg all the way up and back. Three-legged dog. Come forward into high plank. Lower the chest down between the hands. Smoothly come into Cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot comes up. Make as though you're doing a dance. All the movements seamless. All the transitions seamless. Lower the seat. Raise your arms above the head. Reach the arms up. Pull the body further by the hips. Expression of offering here. Bring the hands back down. Step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs. Join the hands. Extend through the crown and pull the body down. All the way. Forehead to the shins if you can. Then release the hands. Bring the arms up over the head. Arch back. Bring the hands back to the heart. And yet another variation. Bring the arms over the head. Come down. Now from here, lift up the knees, lift the heels, and then see if you can press into your hands. Lift your seat up 3 times. So, feel comfortable. Come up, hover above the hands. Hips over the hands. And then the 4th time, extend the legs. Whoops. Back into Chaturanga. Through into upward facing dog. Nice. So stay here for a moment. Pull the shoulders back. Hips between the hands. Bring the head all the way back. Make like a dog howling at the moon. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sink the heart towards the ground. Bounce through the chest. Try to get the head to come towards the ground. Maybe even rest it on the ground. Pull the belly towards the thighs. Good. Now lift the heels, bend the knees, press into your hands. Again, if you want, you can try to come up 3 times. Push into the roots of your fingers. Press with your hands like you're gripping the floor. Good. Beautiful. And then maybe the 4th time, land your feet at the hands. Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Return the hands to the heart. Let's do another one like that. Bring the arms up over the head. Come forward and down. Now lift the heels, bend the knees again. If you don't feel comfortable jumping, you can just come forward, shift your weight over the fingertips. Otherwise, if you're comfortable, push into your hands. Imagine you're pushing into the hands of the earth, gaze right down into the core of the earth. Watch the body moving. And then back into Chaturanga. Yeah. Through into upward facing dog. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the chest open. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Extend the neck out of the shoulders. Make yourself boundless, limitless. Good. And back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart, soften the line in the back. Feel like a dog stretching its back. Exhibit the loyalty of the dog to its master. Now lift the heels, bend the knees again. If you want, come up 3 times. If again you don't feel like jumping, you can just come forward, shoulders over the fingertips, and you can do this type of motion. Right? So go according to your comfort level. And then at the third one, just bring your feet to the hands. Fold the body down onto the legs. Come back up into standing. Push the hips forward, arms reach behind the head. Bring the hands back to the heart. 2 more rounds of Surya Namaskar. Pick any variation you like. So Surya A, Surya B, whatever one you know. So go ahead, try 2 more rounds by yourself. Make it an offering. Good. Make it pleasing to the witness who's watching. Offer up the best of the best. Always move with fluidity and grace. Beautiful. Nice, Pedro. Beautiful control. Good. Once you're done, just stand supreme and tall, the hands at the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let go of all attachments to the results, all expectations. Just keep doing the practice as though it were your divine duty to all beings. Now release. Let's go into some bouncing postures. There's always options in this too. So let's start off with ballet pose, standing on the left foot. Take the right knee up, hold the inside from the inside the heel, the thumb behind the heel. And if you can, extend both legs up at this, the left arm and the right leg up at the same time. If you're more flexible, you can lean a little bit to the left, try to get your right leg higher. If you're having trouble with this, you can always hold underneath the shin or keep the knee a little bit bent if you need to. Good. Lift up through the heart. Now from here, tree pose. You can do the conventional tree if you like. If you have a lotus, bring your foot into your lotus. And bring your hands to the heart. Imagine the branches of the tree and extend them up towards the sun. Gaze up as though you're saying, I'm yours to do your service. So however you imagine the branches, imitate it with your body. Bring the hands back to the heart. Fold the body down into Uttanasana. So if you like, you can take a bind, you can bend the standing leg, wrap the right arm, bring the right arm over your back and bind the big toe if you know that variation. And then pull the body down against the leg. If you're in tree, you can just take your foot like across the thigh, and then with the foot hanging on the outside of the leg, and then pull your body right in towards the leg. That's it. Good. Now options here. You can either come into flying crow. You just, if you have your foot across your leg, hook the foot, outside edge of the foot around the left arm, and you can come up into flying crow, or you can do your handstand from here. Make like an upside down tree. Plant your handstand, really push the heel into the hip crease, and then come up. If you make it all the way up, you can always go into lotus if you like. Full lotus. Keep your gaze down between your hands as though you're looking right down into the core of the earth. That's it, Miro. Good. Beautiful, everybody. Nice. All right, come back up. Or come back down first if you're in the arm balance, and then come back. Again, these are all options. So let's try the other foot now. Standing on the right foot. Take your left foot up, holding behind the heel again, or as you see fit underneath the shin, and then bring the leg up. Go a little bit towards the right, so you can get the foot higher. Try to get the toes and the fingers on the same line. Now embody the grace and the poise of a ballet dancer. Beautiful. Then make ready to come into your tree again, whichever variation is suitable for you, against the in the inseam, or your lotus. Take your hands to the heart, and then maybe bring the arms up. Anchor down to the toes like they're the roots of the tree. Good. Drink up the warmth of the sun. And then come down into Uttanasana. Fold the body down onto the leg, or if you're in tree, bring the leg across the front thigh and pull your body against the standing leg. Try to get your body flat. You can bend your right knee if you need to get your body closer to the leg. That's it. And you feel free to stay here, or you want to go into the arm balance of your choice. Go ahead, you're flying crow. So you want to hook the foot really tight around close to the shoulder if you're doing a flying crow. If you want to try your lotus handstand, go ahead. That's it. Stand with your foot a little bit closer to your hands, Miro. So imagine just trying to drag your leg right up against your body. Beautiful. That's it, Valentina. Good. There you go. Okay. Now, slowly start to make your way back up. And release. Okay, let's move on to another one. Standing at the back of the mat. Raise your arms above the head. Step the left foot forward. Come forward into warrior three. Feel as though you're lying on a table. Your legs, your hands, a straight line. Feel as powerful and straight and true in your intentions as you are in your lines. Oh, beautiful, Georgia and Marisol. All right, those of you who want to go a little bit further can go into toppling tree. Interlace your fingers. You have to go down a little bit lower with the body so your belly comes towards the thigh. Try to pull the hands right over towards your head, over the shoulders, and raise your right leg up a little bit higher. Good. Now those again, if you like handstands, you can plant your hands down. See if you can come up into your stag. So your right leg leads, and then you pull the left knee up towards your chest. Those who are quite advanced can try to come into Kuntasana from here. So you pull the left leg in front, you lower down with control, and you land on your left leg over your left arm. That's it. If you don't want to do the handstand, you just stay. You can stay in your toppling tree, or you can just practice just coming up, popping up a few times. Okay, so just go according to your comfort level. That's it. Yeah, that's it, Pedro. So you just have to bring that left foot forward, over in front. Okay, beautiful. You got the idea though. Totally awesome. All right, come back up wherever you are at. And let's come again to the back of the mat. Just take a moment, visualize yourself in a pose, imagine yourself even in a practice you're not be able to access right now. And just keep cultivating your determination by practicing constantly. And one day perhaps the body will obey. So your right foot steps forward, coming into your straight line like an arrow, warrior 3. Imagine you're flying through the air, straight. Stay here if you like, or toppling tree. Join your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, lower the body down. Belly comes towards the thigh, but then pick up the head. Curve the body. You have to fall a little bit or lean more weight into the front of the foot, towards the toes. And again from here, if you like, press your hands down, close, just on either side of the front foot. Now press to the base of the left toes and see if you can come up. Just pull the right knee in towards your chest. Left leg comes up. Keep pushing to the base of the toes. You want to come into Kuntasana. Lower down slowly. And then you have to sort of pull the right leg forward as you're going down. Or if you want to land and just sort of like a crow, flying crow, you can do that too. Okay, so that's it. Nicola, try to start with your feet a little bit closer. And start with one leg up. That's it, Georgia. Okay. That's it. Yes, good. All right. Beautiful, Georgia, good. And come back down. And then release, come back up. Okay. Next one, eagle. So stand doing this way. Standing on the left foot, raise the right knee up as high as you can. And then wrap it, push the leg against the standing thigh, twist a little bit to the left. You might be able to hook the foot around the standing leg. If it doesn't hook, don't worry, just keep it there. Okay, and then from here, the left arm over the right, intertwine the forearms, and come down a little bit lower if you can. Try to keep your back straight, your shoulders over the hips. Then press back up. Gliding eagle is next. Similar to toppling tree, you bring your body down, the head comes about the height of the knee, your arms fly out to the side like the great wingspan of an eagle. Imagine diving down from a great high cliff. Good. I'm going to stand on that left foot, come up. Right, take the arms out to the side. It's called angel, one of my favorites. If you can keep your right leg up, keep it up. And then bring your head back. Make like you're offering yourself up completely to the service of God. Just like the messengers, the angels. Good. Beautiful. And release. Now try it on the other side. Starting off with eagle, plant down firmly through the right foot, raise the left knee up as high as you can. so that when it comes across, it lands high up, and then it makes it a little bit easier to twist and hook. Turn to the right, so you can hook the foot on the back of the leg. Again, don't worry if it doesn't hook. Right arm over the left. Press the forearms together, the palms, so you can lower down, sink down. Keep your gaze intense like an eagle's. Press back up. Gliding eagle. So if you need to, you can bring your index fingers on the ground first to find your balance. Raise the left leg up, and then fly your arms out to the side. Imagine you're skimming the surface of the ocean. Visualize yourself as an eagle. Now push into the right foot to come up. Half breath in to help you lighten you up. Bring your arms out to the side. Keep your chest forward and up. And then slowly bring your head back into angel. Good. Feel as though you can touch the back of your head with your foot. Nice. And release. Come back down. Okay. Kapiasana. Left foot takes a big step forward. Lower the back knee down and sink down to the seat. Bring your seat as close to the front heel as possible. I'm going to do it this way so you can see. And then bring your hands to the front knee. Lean away from your leg. Allow the head to drop back. Try not to shorten the lower back. Pull the body by the hips. Then you can take the arms over the head. Kapiasana Kalimudra. Those who are very flexible can bend it, can lift up a little bit. Reach back, and you can see if you can take hold of your foot with your hands. And then if you can, you sink your hip forward again. So you keep your arms long. Your seat comes back down. Hold your condition again. Now come. Good. So, swan pose. Bring the right foot up. You can stay here if you like, so do again according to what your flexibility is. If you can, you just slip the foot in the crook of the arm. Left hand comes around, and then you pull the hands back. Try to make sure your body is upright, not tipping to the left, to the right. Open up the chest. Now think about the swan's neck. It's nice and long. Good. Now from here, nice variation, Kuntasana, spear pose. So you just squeeze a foot closer to the shoulder, reach across with your left hand, take hold of the top of the foot, and extend the right arm back. If you got quite a bit of flexibility in your thigh and your shin, you can lift up a little bit, pull the seat up. So you can eventually get the foot to hook underneath the rib basket. So you don't even need to hook the foot in place. Again, make sure you have the flexibility in your thighs and the knees are in healthy condition. Okay, then you have this variation. That's the idea. Break the pose. Switch sides. Step the other foot forward. Prepare for Kapiasana. Sink your seat right forward. Lean away from the leg. Allow the shoulders and the head to drop back. And sweep the arms up. Wiggle your shoulders a little bit. We call this the Dharma wiggle to get the arms behind the ears. And make the shape of a crescent moon. Make sure there's no bend in your elbows. Think of the smooth curve of a crescent moon. Arms go back, and if you want to take it further, bring your hips up and back a little bit. You can see if you can reach for the back foot. Again, if you're quite flexible, you have to lean back so you can reach the foot, and then you would bring your hips forward again, carefully and slowly. Shoulders have to be flexible. Lift back up. Swan. Again, you can take the variation you like. Just stay here if you like. Just practice getting your foot closer to your hip. So one point, you'll be able to just slip it easily into the crook of the arm. Fingers close to the ear so you can find the hand easily with the other hand. And then push the foot further back into your arm. Lengthen out the arms. You may stay in that position or move the foot again, squeeze it closer to the shoulder. If you like the Kuntasana, take the foot then in your right hand, reach across the chest, and the left arm goes back. Good. Again, that variation if you want to come up higher and allow the foot to be held in place by the rib basket. You have to come up, slip your foot right underneath your rib basket, and then you can release your hands eventually. Make sure, again, your knees are okay with it. Beautiful. Release. Change legs again. Left foot forward, bend the toes under on the back foot. Purification. Right arm comes up, dive down with the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Push the hips, left hip back, head forward. You can bring your hands in Untitled Mudra here, pushing the center of the chest towards the thumbs. If you know the bind, by all means go ahead. Left arm goes over the back and you hold it from underneath with your other hand. Turn your chest and the face right up. And then push off the back toes to get the knee up off the ground. Imagine you're a telescope, lengthening. Push through the heel, the back foot, push through the head. That's it. Bring the left shoulder all the way back. Good. From here, balance pose. If you like, out of Chandrasana, if you can keep the bind, you can keep the bind. So you look forward, bring the back foot in a little bit. Your hip is over the heel. Look down and see if you can bring the right leg up. If this is too much to keep the bind, just bring the right hand down and then turn your chest to the left. You can keep your hand on the seat or extend your left arm up. So this is another modification that you can take. That's it, Nicola. Now try to straighten the leg, raise the leg a little bit. That's it. Good. Beautiful, Pedro. All right. Yes, that's it, Georgia. Beautiful. Okay, come down, change sides. Move through the poses meditatively like you're a shapeshifter. One pose flowing into the other. Left arm comes up, the right foot forward. Dive down to the right. Make your way into the pose. You can push your center of the chest towards the thumbs. Yeah, good. Take the bind if you have it. And then take the knee up off the ground once you're steady. Push through the base of the toes. You want to move your left arm in close to the hip so it makes it a little bit easier to twist. Now lengthen from the heel all the way to the top of the head. Turn your chest all the way up. option to go into the Chandrasana now here, the revolved version. Slide your left foot in closer, gaze down in front of your left toes. Your hip is over the back, the front heel. And see if you can raise the left leg up. Keep your head close to the ground. Again, if you need to release the bind, perfect. Left hand comes down the inside of the foot, right arm comes up if you like. Turn your chest to the right. There you go, Georgia. Nice. Take a half breath in, Pedro. There you go. It's awesome. Just do your best. It's all just an offering. And release. Now, left foot forward. Lizard. Walk the left foot out to the left side of the mat. And then right leg goes all the way back and just shift back and forth, trying to drop your hips lower with each pass. And then once again, push through the right foot, get the knee on the ground, rest the knee on the ground, flatten out the toes. And now try to anchor down your body through the hips like you're doing a cobra. This is something that I got from our great brother Pedro. It really, I think it's a really nice way to get into a little deeper into the pose. And when you're anchored down through the hips, shoulder comes close, slow, comes down a little bit lower. Roll to the right if you can. Bring the right forearm down to the ground. And roll to the left, left forearm comes down. Now imagine you're in Sphinx pose. Keep your left shoulder close to the knee. And then perhaps if you want, you can come right down onto your chest. Imagine there's a big weight resting right on top of your seat and it's flattening you out. If you're very close to the ground, you can take your left hand to the outside. You can take a bind if you like. Left arm slips underneath the knee, over your back. Right arm comes over the back. And you join your hands together over your back. That's if you're flat down on your chest. Make sure the knee's close to the shoulder. That's it. Georgia, slide your right foot back a little bit more so you can get your hips flatter, okay? And then you'll be able to take the bind a little bit more easily. Yeah, sink right down. Good. Now we're getting ready to come out. So if you're on the forearms, come back onto the hands. From here, we're going to swing the left leg all the way up into three-legged dog. Good. Now come forward into plank pose, but bring your shoulders further forward over your fingertips, lower down, so that your chest is sort of in line with your heels, your palms, your hands and fingertips are under the shoulders, and your chest is on the ground. Lower the knee down. You can stay here like this. If you want, press off the base of the toes. Squeeze the elbows against the body. Come up into formidable face pose, Bandha Untasana. So you bring your foot a little bit closer and you push into your hands, and this might give the momentum to come right up. Beautiful. Yes, that's it. That's it, Nicola. Good. Try to bring your chest a little bit further forward, okay? So they can get a little bit more of the weight forward. Nice. And then come back down. There you go. You got it. Beautiful. Don't worry. You have another chance to try this. So on the other side. So when you're ready. So before I go to the other side, I'll show another transition. If you get into Bandha Untasana, I'll just show this now so you're not wondering what I'm doing. So from here, Bandha Untasana, if you can, sink your shoulders right down to the ground. And then keep pressing into your hands. Take your weight off one hand so you can bring your right hand, your hand back. And then push into that side and lick your hand back. Then you're in Shalin Ghasana. Okay, so if you want to try that when you get there, you can. So Let's go first into lizard. Prepare, the right foot comes forward, move it out to the right side of the mat so it doesn't fall away from your shoulder. Do the regular preparations. Push through the back heel, lower the knee, flat, relax the toes. Come into your Cobra type of position first, your hips anchored down. Stretch the front of the body. And then if that's all good to go, roll to the left, left forearm comes down, roll to the right, right forearm down. Like a sphinx. And then from here, just keep lowering down until the chest is eventually flat on the mat. Feel like you're in a body of a lizard. Gaze without blinking if you can. And then if you want to take other variations, you can. You can take a bind if you like. That's it, Marisol. Beautiful. Your back is lower than the knee, which is awesome. Good. It's good preparation for getting into leg behind your head eventually. Good. All right. Keep telescoping your chest forward and forward. Nice. Start to make your way out now. Come back onto the hands. Bend the toes under on the left foot again. Come right up into one-legged, not one-legged, three-legged dog. Right leg comes all the way up. Good. Now come forward into your plank. Further forward so your shoulders are beyond the fingertips. Come down so your chest is in line with the base of the fingers. You can bring your knee down. You can stay here if you like. Squeeze your arms against the body. If you have the power, push your chest up a little bit. Squeeze your arms. Push off through to your toes. Come into Kuntasana. And if you want to try to come into Shalin Ghasana from there, you can give that a try. So again, you have to get your shoulders right down onto your hands. And then you slide your head. Yeah, that's it, Pedro. Good. You got it. Beautiful. Beautiful, Georgia. All right. Now release. Come flat on your back, on your tummy. Breathe in. And exhale, just relax. Forehead on the hands. Take a moment here. Now place your hands underneath his shoulders. Come up into high plank. And then downward facing dog. Side plank, Vasisthasana. Move your left hand towards the right. Spin towards the right. And then if you know all the variations, go ahead, use your imagination to cultivate beautiful forms here. If you want to try to turn your chest and hips up, go ahead and take your knee. Maybe take hold of the foot. Maybe go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Offer it up. Can only go as far as your imagination, so cultivate boundlessness. Your imagination. Nice, beautiful. All right, return, come back to downward facing dog gracefully, and then go right to the other side. Keep your hips up, make sure your arm stays extended. There you go. Push your hips up, beautiful, Marisol. Try to lift your hips a little bit more. Yeah, good. So you get a nice smooth curve from all the way from the arm right up through the body to the feet. How you doing, Valentina? Beautiful, Miro. That's it. Good. And then release. Come back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your left foot forward, halfway to the hands. Come onto your fingertips, keep your left hand where it is, raise the right leg up. We're going to go right into Chandrasana here. Open up to the right, bring the right arm up. may stay here, or take a bind, take hold of the foot with your right hand, pull it back. So you try to get your hips and your knees, not your hips, your shoulders and your hips more in line with one another, one on top of the other. Then look down, roll the right hip down, look forward, press into the left foot, take a half breath in, and float right up into dancer. From here again, if you know other expressions of the pose, go ahead and see if you hold close to the knee. Come into this variation here, or you can take the overhead one if you like. If you know that one. One or both hands binding the foot. That's it. Just keep your moving away this. Just do your best. It's the effort that counts. Then come down. And then take a breath here, inhale, exhale again. Remove all expectations. Remember the purpose of just offering up the pose. Right foot steps forward, left fingertips come down, not left, right fingertips come down. Ardha Chandrasana, start again. Turn to the left fully. Beautiful. Just keep imagining yourself as a witness watching the body. Practice in the way that you like to see yourself witnessed or your body doing. And then bend the knee, take hold of the foot, push the foot into the hand away from the body, away from the seat. Look over your left shoulder. Feel free to stay here or look down. Roll the left hip in. So if you push into your toes, bend your knee a little bit, take a half breath in. It might be easier to float up gracefully. And then come upright more if you want to take other variations. If you want to do the overhead one, just stay tall. Shoulders over the hips with one hand first. Maybe if you're taking the overhead, eventually the other foot. And then pull the foot up higher. Watch yourself doing the pose. With grace and poise, and this will transmit in your body. Now release. Good. Stand tall, breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Good. Stand tall like a mountain. Inhale from the base up to the crown. Imagine you're breathing right up from the base to the summit. Exhale back down to the base. Feel solid, unmovable in your practice, in your devotion to the practice. Now make your way down onto your knees. Prepare for Shavasana, headstand. So you can do whichever variation you like. Go ahead. Take whatever arm position you like, Untitled or forearms are on your tripod, and make your way up. If you need to use a wall, feel free. You can face the wall and then just bring one foot on the wall and just tap it. Every once in a while, pull your toes away from the wall, and then you might find a balance. Or keep the foot close to the ground. Just lift your hips, lift your heel, pull your toes away from the ground. The foot always stays close to the ground, so you're always in control. Always move with control, slowly and steadily. That's it. If at any point you want to take a lotus, you may go ahead and do that. Nice, Pedro. And keep your attention on the space between your eyebrows once you arrive. Leave the body alone in its stillness. Make the mind one-pointed. Beautiful, everybody. Now, start to make your way down. You can come to the tripod if you like. If you have a lotus, you can land your lotus on your arms. Or you can just come into crow. Try to land your knees on your arms and pick your head up. These are all, again, just little things to play with. You don't have to do it. They're all good. And come down. Good. Rest in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of all fatigue. That's a nice variation, Georgia. Good. And roll your way up. Queen of the postures. Shalin Ghasana is next. Now you can come in any which way you like. Some of you might know the front entry into it. You can come up from your back as always, but if you want to go from the front, you bring your arms in front like you're doing a downward facing dog. Bring your forearms down on the ground, and then you walk your feet forward. You have to sort of stretch the back of the neck, and then you just try to move your elbows out and roll slowly into the pose. Once your shoulders are down, hands on the back and come up. So again, be mindful of your limitations. That's just an option for those who want to try it. Of course, you can do your lotus once you're up if you have a lotus. Alternatively, you can bring your hands to your thighs, whether you're in lotus or not. Your feet are a little bit over the head if you're doing that. Get right on tops of your shoulders. Push your hips forward. Again, once you find the steadiness in the pose, take the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Beautiful, Maricel. Think, I am you, you are me, I am that I am. Be one with all beings. Now, Halasana. If you have a lotus, you can keep it, go into Kuntasana. If you don't have a lotus, you can also bring your thighs against your body, the knees on either side of the head. Georgia, if you want to go into that one, your arms have to be in front of your head, okay? So it's like you're doing a downward facing dog. And then you bring your forearms down, and then you walk forward until your feet are close to the head, and then you land your shoulders down. Okay? So, stay a little bit longer. That's the idea, okay? So, now, we're going to make our way into fish. Press into your arms. Control the descent so that you don't land heavily. And you can either do a normal fish. If you have a lotus, of course you keep your lotus. Once your legs are down, slip your hands underneath the seat. If you're doing a lotus, bring your chest up.
Top head on the ground, pull on the feet, try to get your elbows and the knees to stay on the ground. Lift the chest. And breathe very fast in the nose like a sniffing dog. And release, come down. Breathe in, breathe out. Let go of all fatigue. And from here, roll up to seated.
Tanasana. If you have your lotus, you can keep your lotus fingertips beside your hips and then push your hips up.
Your chest, your hips forward, your chest up, your head back.
If you don't have a lotus, you just do the regular one. With your legs extend in front, roll the thighs in, so you can get your toes on the ground.
Push your chest up high, higher than the shoulders. And then bring your head back. And then again, Bhastrika breath.
Lower the seat down. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come to standing. Roll your way up. Good. Take your hands in front of the heart. And from here, step the right foot out so you're facing the long edge of the mat. Turn the heels in a little bit. Take the hands to the seat. Push the hips forward so your knees come a little bit further beyond your toes, in front of your toes. Make like you're riding on a horse.
And then allow the head to drop back. If you feel comfortable, keep your hands firmly on your seat. One hand at least, and then bring the other hand maybe down, just gripping below the knees, and then the other hand. And then push into the backs of the knees, just below the knees. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. The thumbs come further through between your legs. Now push your thighs, your hips forward and up so you can straighten your legs. If you feel comfortable, you can walk your hands further down towards your feet. Maybe some of you can actually may eventually step on your fingers with your heels. If you feel comfortable, you can release one hand over the head. You have to keep pushing into the non-releasing hand. If your head's close to the ground, you can see the ground easily. You can take the fingertips down to the ground, and then your left hand can come down beside it for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good. To come back, same way. Push your hips forward. Bring one hand back to the stand. One right hand back to the standing leg. Push against the knee, and then keep your hips forward as you bring your other hand. And then everybody else, and including you, you just walk back up. Then from here, hinge forward, arms out to the side, Pasarita Padottanasana. This time heels come out a little bit more. And then take hold of the edges of the feet or the ankles and pull your body right between the legs. Try to get your seat and your head in the same line. Good. Imagine trying to push your chest behind your legs. Then take your arms out, come up. One more easy Chandrasana. And again, if you want, you can go into Urdhva Dhanurasana if you feel comfortable. So bend your knees so you can get a little bit lower. Your body is flatter, and then your head will come closer to the ground. And then it makes it a little bit more perhaps comfortable or conceivable to maybe eventually rest your hands down on the ground. Always, again, move according to your condition and to your comfort level. You don't want to offer up pain or suffering or anxiety. think about what you're transmitting. It's an offering of the best experiences. Good. And then walk your way back up, one hand at a time, until the hands come back onto the seat, and bring your body back upright. Bring your hands back to the heart center. Inhale from the heart right up to the brow center. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love and devotion. Step your feet back together. And then sit. Tanasana. You can keep your knees bent if you need to. If you have tight hamstrings, raise your arms up, hinge forward, bring your body onto your legs. You can hug the legs to your body underneath the legs, or you know the full pose and you can go flat with your legs stretched out, go ahead. Dharma says, don't waste your time. Imagine trying to get your chest beyond the knees. Good. Take your attention to the base of the spine. Good. Keep on imagining the top of the head reaching forward until it touches the front of the feet. Keep visualizing the lengthening action of the spine. Now, if you want, you can stay here if this is already giving you enough of a stretch. If you want to go a little bit deeper, Kurmasana or modification by bringing your heels in, lift your knees. Slip your arms underneath the legs and just hold the outer edges of the feet and see if you can bring your forehead down towards the ground. If you know the full Kurmasana, of course, you can go ahead, bring your arms beside your hips, slide your heels forward. The weight of the legs and the arms will bring you flatter. If your elbows are free, you can also bind your hands behind the back. You have to keep your legs close to your shoulders so that you have the ability to take your hands together. Good. Now lengthen your breath cycle. Taurus has a very long life because it has a very long breath cycle. So promote longevity. That's it. Beautiful, Georgia. Beautiful, nice. All right. Now, start to make your way back up with as much grace and dignity as you can. It might be a little bit more challenging in this type of position, but just try. So come up, sit up more upright and scooch towards the front of the mat. Now, bring your hands in front of your seat on either side of the hips. Hang your legs over the arms. So your legs are close to the shoulders. Really press into the backs of the knees with your arms. Push the heels of your palms into the mat and then roll forward. So lean forward so you're pressing with your fingertips and then lift your seat and then see if you can come into Tittipasana. If that is not quite working for you, you can start standing, bend your knees, and then take your hands behind your heels. Come in from above. Make sure your head is coming forward and towards the ground so your seat stays high. That's it. And from here, if you want, you can try to come right back into Chaturanga. So straighten your arms, lift up, and go back. Now from here, rest your forehead on your hands, breathe in, breathe out, soften. from here, Cobra. Slide your hands down alongside. You can start off in Sphinx if you like, so I'll let you come into Cobra however you feel. So if you're feeling you need a little bit of time to come in, then start maybe in Sphinx. You can hold the edges of the mat like Dharma teaches us, pull on the mat. Eventually lift your elbows up off the mat, pull the head back, curve the back like a C shape, letter C. And then you can start to walk your hands closer in towards the body. Try not to create folds in the lower back. If you want to try King Cobra, try to have your fingertips right close to your hips. Lift up so almost your hips are almost up off the ground completely. Open up your legs, bring the feet up, bend the knees. Imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Keep bringing your head back. Beautiful. Imagine yourself having that boundless range of motion just like a snake. Beautiful. If you're deep into the pose, you can try to take other variations. You can keep one hand grounded on the floor, reach back with one hand, take hold of the leg, hold onto the knees, pull your feet towards the head, and you'll stay there more easily. And you can slip your toes underneath your head. Lots of different things. That's it. And then slowly come down. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. And come up. Okay. So one last arm balance perhaps, or back bend I should say. So you can either do scorpion, forearm balance if you know that one. Make sure your elbows are not are closer than the elbows, and then fingers spread and push into your hands. You can also do this against the wall. See if you can lift up, and so you can open up your legs or bring your feet over your head, come into scorpion. If you feel comfortable, you can even push your chest, your head forward and land in Chandrasana. You can stay in Chandrasana. So, again, offer up any sort of back bend you like. You can start in Urdhva Dhanurasana too, and then come into Chandrasana. You can come down to your forearms. So go ahead. Play a little bit. Beautiful. That's it, Marisol. Keep lifting your feet. If you look up, you'll eventually see your toes. That's it, Georgia. Bring your head a little bit further forward. Press one foot into the other as well. Help your feet to come down. That's it. There you go, Miro. Beautiful. All right, 20 more seconds to play. Beautiful, Pedro. Nice. That's it. It's really good, Nicola. Good. That's it. It's all good. Perfect. All right. Now start to come back down. Take a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Roll your way up. Okay. One last one before we go into a twist. You're almost there. You're in a home stretch. Peacock pose.
So you want to have your fingers facing a little bit outwards and facing towards the knees. Round your back, come forward as much as you can so that when you come down, your belly button is more or less between your elbows. Then lift your knees up off the ground. You can stay here, raise one leg perhaps if you're not quite ready to come up. If you keep moving forward, you'll eventually pick up your legs. You can also do this with Kuntasana or your legs in lotus. It's a little bit easier to come up. But it may come up very easily and you might fall on your chin. So again, control it. So go ahead. If you're getting really good at this, you can do it on one hand. Beautiful. Oh, awesome. Everybody, really great. Your elbows don't have to be completely together. Your hands also, it's where it's comfortable, okay? Nice. Beautiful, Georgia. Okay. And then come down. Seated twist. Do whichever one is talking to you right now. You can do your Chandrasana, the full, or the one like extended, go to the right first, or you can have both knees together, like so, or Vajrasana. So I'll let you pick whatever twist you want to do at this point. Go to the right first. Seated twist. Make sure your body's upright. Just visualize the spiraling action going all the way up through the spine. Chin eventually over the back shoulder. Go to the other side. Switch your legs around. Go to the left. Try to visualize the lengthening of the spine, the spiraling action of the spine, upward spiral. Visualize it and then allow the body to just move with what you see to manifest it a little bit more. Break the pose. Now come just into seated position, any which one you want. Sukhasana or whatever's comfortable, and just sit quietly. Allow the nervous system to just settle down and quiet. Keep your body nice and erect. Close the eyes and just try to come into a calm state of mind by quieting the body, by stilling the body. So now we're going to do sound breathing. And this is done in order to increase our aura, which is our protection against psychic attacks. You can think of it as negative energy directed towards you, either unintentionally or intentionally. And also to bring healing. Your attention is like a magnet. Imagine that you're drawing all the healing benefits, all the prana, that's to say the vital force, to those areas. So first, take your attention to the root, the first three chakras, the lower three chakras located at the root, the sacral area, and the navel. Picture the color red here. Think about all those who are suffering in those areas. Could be yourself, could be others. And then exhale to the sound of ah. Inhale. Now bring your attention up higher to the heart. Picture the color green, and through the attention there, promote emotional and physical healing. The sound is you, higher pitch. Inhale. Now go to the base of the throat. The color is blue. The sound is so. And any words that come out of the throat, just try to make all those words always ones of loving kindness and compassion. Inhale. Bring your attention now to the space between the eyebrows, the brow center and the front of the head, front of the forehead. So the sound is E. Another shade of blue. Inhale. Now just behind it, same place, roughly the brow center between the eyebrows, also co-located with the pineal and the pituitary glands to bring health to the whole endocrine system. Also, we promote release of the toxins. So the sound is sun. Concentrate on the end part of the sound. The vibrations will dislodge the toxins from where they are, send them out into bloodstream and out of the body eventually. The color is indigo. Inhale. Sun. Now bring the attention to the crown. The color is violet. And concentrate, the sound is sum, so concentrate on the M part, the latter part of the sound. The vibrations will help to produce mental sharpness and clarity. Inhale. Sum. Take a moment to just scan the physical, mental, and emotional state. See if you feel any shifts. Just be like the witness, unconcerned of what you see, unjudging of what you see or observe and sense. 3 rounds of spiritual breathing to establish a deeper connection with the highest self within, with God. Bring the arms up. The palms slightly turned upwards. Inhale from the fingertips down to the arms into the spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention and the breath at the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, just the breath out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8. Inhale, the best, the universe, down into spiritual heart, through the arms. Spiritual heart at the center of the chest, right side of the physical heart. Now hold it there, all that you drew in, hold the breath. Exhale, keep all that you drew inside, release the exhale, just a breath through the arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, last time. Draw in everything, feel as though you're a magnet, pulling everything that you need down into the spiritual heart. Holding it in the heart, hold the breath. Exhale, keep all that goodness inside as you let the breath out through the arms. Now remain established in that divine essence that is within. Lie on the back for Shavasana. Make your way down quietly, gently. Prepare for this very deep healing process. Shavasana is one of the most effective ways of removing impurities from the body. Ensure that the body is comfortable. Try to remain absolutely still so as to promote the ability to lose body consciousness. Now remind yourself by mentally saying to yourself 3 times, I will remain alert during the instructions. This is like an active form of meditation. Bring your attention to the hands first. So allow the hands to just release. Let the fingers go limp and loose. The hands to feel heavy, the palms soften, no tightness. The wrists loose. Hands feel flimsy. Then make your way up through the arms. As you go up along the arms, release all the muscles. Feel as though they were dissolving into just a mass of softness. With no other purpose except to just add weight to the bones. The skin and the muscles just hanging off. So the arms feel heavy. And upon reaching the shoulders, all the bones that form the joint there, heavy as well. Completely relaxed, no tension. Soften. And then start to bring your attention to the back, the body. Just feel the back becoming very heavy. Imagine when you slip a pen inside the water and allow the ink to flow in the water. It just colors it until it's all consumed by the color. In the same way, just feel the heaviness just circulate all the way through the back, coating the back and just bringing with it heaviness. Feeling the back fall, sink into the earth. Moving all the way across the back and all the way down. So even when you reach the lower back, all the natural curves in the back flatten out as the weight just bears down on it. But always with a steady comfort, no strain. And you feel the weight now entering into the hip region, the pelvis. All the bones there, heavy as lead. the seat getting heavy as well. Feel anchored down. So you're anchored down like a boat in the water. And just allow that heaviness to travel down the legs, starting at the tops of the legs. Imagine that the heaviness just was injected into the veins and the very muscles, making them heavy as well. Bringing with them release, complete release of the muscles, so they too are complete unengaged. The legs as heavy as concrete structures, all the way down, right to the ankles. At the bottom of the legs, the feet just also very relaxed. Send the attention to the feet and suggest to them the toes to relax completely, to go limp. The palms of the feet, the heels, release all tension, make them soft. The feet falling away from one another. Arms and the legs completely dead-like. Completely still. Now, inside, there is still activity. The organs just working away as always. The systems that animate the body still at play. So then bring your attention to the torso. Imagine looking inside, seeing all the organs working away, and then just tell them, suggest them to slow it down, to take a break, and feel also those functions becoming sluggish until they eventually almost stop altogether. So the lungs feel heavy, the heart sluggish, barely able to pump. And as a result, all the fluids, even in the body, are stagnant where they are, still in the veins, not even circulating. So, quietness ensues in the body. The head is heavy on the ground as well. The face, however, completely indicative of complete peacefulness. No tension, no squinting of the eyes, the forehead just soft, no tension lines etched into it. The jaw completely relaxed, no clenching, no strain whatsoever. Inside of the head, the brain can finally come into quietness as well. For all the functions of the bodies have stopped, as though even the circulatory system, everything, doesn't even talk to the body, the brain anymore. And as a result, no sensations felt. Absolute stillness. Body like a corpse. Then it becomes possible to lose awareness of the body altogether. So feel that body, now that's out of your awareness, or it's slipping out of your awareness, becoming very, very small. Imagine being way above, beyond the bounds of the universe, looking down at everything. The immensity of that universe contains countless number of galaxies which we are only one, of which we are only one planet in one galaxy, of which we are only not even conceivably like a speck. So small are we. But without our contribution, the universe still would be the same. It would still be missing something, that light that you shine. So conduct your life in a way that makes a difference. Spread love and joy, and through the wisdom that you gain through your own experiences, share it with others so that they may too benefit from it. And we all eventually come closer to our goal of realizing the self. That place where we have no effect from pain and suffering, and where we feel one with all beings, no separation, no difference. We are all the same. Ingrain that in your mind and your heart now by repeating the following sentence 3 times mentally to further reinforce it. I live in a way that brings love and peace to all beings. It all comes down to the ethical rules, to ahimsa, do good and be good. And it all comes back to you in a favorable way. Now, prepare to come back into your body, into that beautiful, beautiful vehicle that you've been given to carry out your mission. Start to feel the awareness coming back to the body as you drop back into it. Feel the breath, feel the body awakening. And with the utmost gentleness and reverence and quietness and mindfulness, bring yourself back to a seated position. Always moving in a way that allows you to preserve the tranquility that we created through the practice. Take your time. Close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace deep within. Send it out to all beings everywhere. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so, so much for coming and sharing your love and energy with us, with all of us.